All right. Morning Ramblins. Squirrels, by God. Squirrels. Today, brought to you by the stupidity of many and the intelligence of few, we have the ability to recollect that not everybody in this country should be allowed, for that matter, to be out and about in public. And I'm sure I'm going to get called a racist for what I'm saying here, but I can't help it when 60% of the actual criminal activity and 90% of the fucking baboonery comes from 13% of the population. So, yeah. I'm definitely going to get canceled. But, what is it that they says down in LA? I don't give a fuck. Anyways. You can only deal with so much chicanery and before basically you lose your sense of give a shit. And you just want to see, nature take its course. Some days, I actually would like to go back to California just to go and watch that shit in Los Angeles because it was on a constant fucking basis. I mean, I could literally sit there and make a damn television series with nothing but baboonery and chicanery. The shenanigans. The goons that are out there committing shenanigans. Shenanigans. I swear, some days it's like somebody transplanted the brain from a squirrel and stuck it into and then, dialed the intelligence of the squirrel up to 11. Which is to say that they dialed the intelligence of the human being down to point something. Like I said, I'm going to get fucking canceled. I don't give a ripe shit. I'm sure I piss a whole bunch of people off with what I just says. But the reality of it is, if you act like a goddamn baboon, don't be surprised when you get called out for doing monkey business. What do you expect? I mean, it's not like I can just use my amazing, awesome powers of brain and just zap, there goes your stupid. It doesn't work like that. You got to decide to not be a retard. What can I say? Other than squirrels, by God, squirrels. I have seen more intelligence out of a damn... I don't even know how to say this because I have honestly seen so much more intelligence out of a fucking snail. And they don't have large brains, okay? You know how big a fucking snail's brain is? I mean, to say that a grain of rice is bigger than a fucking snail's brain is putting it mildly. And yet I have seen more intelligence come out of a fucking snail. So, it's almost an insult to a squirrel, you know? Except for the fact that they kind of behave the same ways. Which is precisely why the descriptor of baboonery, as fucking racially charged as they may try to make it out to be, it's a perfectly avid descriptor. If you're gonna act like a fucking chimpanzee, don't be surprised when motherfuckers call you a monkey. What? You don't like it? Too fucking bad. I didn't tell you to go act a retard. I told you nothing of the sort. Hell, I wasn't even part of the conversation. Apparently, folks didn't get that memo. They wanted to go and act a fool. Well, to quote Mr. T, I pity a fool. That's all I can say is, you have my pity. And that is it. I do not respect you because you did not even fucking try to earn it. I do not consider you my equal. Because holy shit, man, I have not had a fucking equal for years. And this, as insulting as that is, you actually really have to look at the situation like I do, which is, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to say I'm holier than thou. The reality of it is, I've not fucking had an equal for a long ass time. Sitting there and just like, yeah, I agree that that's something that you'd want to say, you'd want to do. But there's this certain thing, you know, called maturity. Maybe you've heard of it if you've ever watched any of my videos. Maturity. The ability to have an adult mentality. The ability to have an adult posture. And not act like a fucking teenager. Or for that matter, a 2-year-old. Because if you're going to sit there and scream and cry about some shit, everybody around you now looks at you as you are a lesser human being. And now you've drawn them down to your level, which, again, I'm the kind of guy who I'd just fucking walk out of the building at that point. I'm not even going to take part in this shit. I'm not even going to be around. Y'all going to fucking chimp out and act like goddamn monkeys. Well, guess what? I don't hunt monkeys. Alright? I kill snakes. That's my thing. So, y'all gonna fucking act like a bunch of damn chimpanzees, what was it that Joe said, the black looping and all this other crap? I don't care what your skin color is. If you're gonna fucking chimp the fuck out and act like a dumbass, guess what? Go throw a rock across the pond and see what it says. If y'all got that reference, welcome to the Guardsman Om channel. Yes, I use jokes and humor in order to break open reality for people. Because apparently, nobody understood what that joke was about. You know, the old catfishing and the Asian guy's catching tons of fish and the black guy's not catching shit. So he goes over and he asks the question about, what are you doing that's different than me, dude? The point is, if you insert yourself into someone else's thing, you know, their way of thinking, their way of doing things, trying to better your own self or whatever at their behest, then nature's going to tell you something you don't want to hear. You know, they'll skip a rock across the water to say my ancestor name. Watch. And he picks up a rock and slings it across the water, and it skips across the water and goes, wing, wing, wong. He says, see, that's my ancestor name. Wing, wing, wong. So that guy picks up a freaking rock, skips it across the water, and goes, chimpanzee! The point of the joke is to literally point out you're acting like a chimpanzee instead of acting like a human being trying to figure it out for yourself. Yes, ask for help when you can't do it yourself, but at the same time, it's all about attitude. It's all about how you approach, how you treat other people. Because if you've watched some of these videos that I've watched, if my brother did that, I'd smack him in the teeth. And he doesn't do that shit, and that's why, you know, he's my brother. We kind of get along, you know, sort of shit. I'm fair and honest with you. I would have fucking smacked him in the mouth. He doesn't do that shit. None of my family, my friends do that shit. They walk the fuck away. It's like, dude, this is not worth my time. I'll leave you a bad review. How's about that? Because, you know, fuck the bucking up to people. That's some bullshit. It doesn't do nothing for anybody except for make problems and make you want to go out and start chimping the fuck out. So, you know, don't. It's not that hard. Simple as, this is not worth my fucking time. Do you understand now? It's not worth my fucking time. Turn around and walk the fuck away. Instead of, I need to start some shit with these people. Because I didn't get what I said I need to get. I need to get this right. You motherfuckers are the problem. Fuck that bullshit. Dude, it's not worth the time. Turn around, walk the fuck away. Because all you're doing, like I says, is dragging yourself and anyone else who considers themselves to be on your level down. This is why I don't hold or adhere to race bullshit. I adhere to intelligence. What is your intellectual effort? Because I'll put it this way, everybody inside of that one, Joe's video of the feller that was so-called black looping, everybody in that motherfucker, everybody was acting like retards. Now, is it a constant situation? So maybe he should have been prohibited from that particular establishment. You know, you do have the right to refuse service to anyone. It's one of those things about the service industry. You actually do have the right to refuse service to anyone. If you want to be a jackass, well, dude, get the fuck lost. I mean, if that was my establishment and you came in there doing that horse shit, you would be trespassed off the fucking premises right now. Not, okay, well, don't ever come back. No, motherfucker, the cops are coming. You have 5 seconds to vacate and never come back. Because once those cops get here, you're going to jail. And there's a good possibility that I'm going to be pressing as many charges as I can possibly get in. Do you understand the difference here? If you act like a retard, I'm going to treat you like a retard. I'm going to try and help you to understand and learn. No guarantees. Because I don't control your brain. If you're unwilling to learn from a situation, that ain't my fault. Just saying. You could, in theory, swallow your fucking pride, turn the fuck around, and walk the fuck out and never come back because you understand, hey, I'm not going to get anywhere with this shit. Trust me, I have actually turned around one time and because I got a big old fucking nasty fucking mold burger, walked up to the management and just, no words, didn't say a damn thing, just. And the lady there went, oh, wow, I am so sorry. Let me take care of that for you. That's not okay. Complete fucking different story than, man, you can't do that shit. I fucking pay for this. Dude, you didn't make a fucking order correctly. It's not the same as I made my order correctly. I went in there and I paid for my food and I came back out with a big old fucking blob of goddamn mold on my bread. I'm sorry, but that shit ain't okay. And they know that and they know better and they're going to fix that problem. But you don't go up there and sit there and say, well, I didn't order this shit. You need to give me fucking what I ordered. Dude, if you didn't order it, did you pay attention to your order? I've had this situation happen too. Okay, I went into Wendy's for instance. I want a number 2 triple. I did not specify triple baconator. Okay? So, the other feller, who's sitting on the other side, heard me say a number 2 triple and thought, oh, so he wants a combo of a Dave's triple. Did not hear number 2. Now, it's both of our problem. Okay, both of our mistake. Because I was not clear and succinct when I was ordering, and I did not look at the order, and so I just put up with it and ate the damn triple, Dave's triple, instead of getting what I wanted, which was a Baconator. It's as simple as maturity right there. I'm not going to make a fuss about this. It's a fucking sandwich. Okay? And it's not like these people are actually actively being pieces of shit by handing me a fucking mold burger. They handed me a fresh cooked, nice and wonderful little burger and it's great. Okay, that's the way doesn't matter. Okay, it was a mistake, but I got what I paid for. Because the mistake was in communication, not in what was written down on the fucking order. You see that? I didn't pay attention to the order on the screen. They didn't pay attention to me saying number 2. Number 2 is the Baconator. And if you ask for a Baconator triple, that's a triple Baconator. 3 patties of meat, 3 layers of bacon, your special sauce or whatever and all that. That is a triple number 2. I was not specifying clearly enough, and I accept it. This is called being mature. Having the ability to literally go, fuck it, and just put up with it. Because some days, it's just not fucking worth it. I don't know about y'all, but I carry a firearm. And if I'm going to be out and about and whatnot in public and I start chimping the fuck out with a firearm on my hip, there's a big fucking problem there. Because somebody could have seen my pistol on my hip and said, oh my God. Instead of, let me fix that for you. It's, oh my God, I need to go call the cops because you're a danger. See the difference? This is what maturity gives you. The ability to turn around and walk the other fucking way and not make a problem out of it. I'm sorry, but I saw a bunch of fucking 15-year-olds there. Quite literally. That 40-year-old man who's sitting there chimping out at the fucking, at the counter. all of the above 18 workers. Sorry, no, that's the mentality of a 15-year-old or a 14-year-old who's sitting there just getting into their testosterone or estrogens and whatever, and starting to get a little bit uppity without having the wherewithal to understand, hey, maybe I should just take a step back and it's not that big a deal. I'm not going to have to deal with this shit unless I make a problem out of it. So, I hope that you learned something from it. As it were, I am ye old guardsman and motherfuckers, I'm out.